Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining once again for another conversion video. Now, if you've been checking out my Etsy page, which if you have, I appreciate that, you've been noticing that I've been doing a lot of MFP builds, so the yellow build, blue stripe, the cop cars, everything else. I've done some jacked up vehicles, I've done some regular vehicles, I did a SWAT truck, I did a prisoner transport van. So I've been doing a lot of those just to kind of round out the whole MFP crew. So one of the last vehicles that I haven't done yet, well, one of them, I think I can think of one more that I might do, but we'll see. Anyway, one of the last ones I haven't done is a war rig. So I got this Desert Force Hot Wheels war rig, or build, casting, that I'm planning on making into an MFP war rig. Not really digging on the trailer, so I'm going to have to redo a trailer. That's going to be a whole project in and of itself. We'll get it in there, but I do like the cab and everything, how beefy it is and stuff. So that's what we're going to do this time. Should be really, really cool. Lots of turreted weapons and everything else. I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to do with the trailer, so let's get this baby apart. Get her into the stripper. So the cab is stripping, and this is the trailer that the cab came with. It's obviously for hauling like cars and stuff. Not very easy to open. I guess you could put cars in there. Not really what I'm looking for as far as a war rig trailer is going to go, so not going to use this. I will keep it around. I may use it at some point in the future for something, but just not what I'm looking for this time. I looked all over the internet to see if I could find something. Didn't really find what I was looking for, but I did find the bottom portion of the trailer. I think I've done this on Colts. So I had to make my own square top portion. Was thinking about using a shipping container, but had to adjust it just right, and my printer's been acting up because the weather and stuff's all kind of wet and colder. So I just went through and cut up an old cutting mat that I had from a while back, and these were like the smaller ones, so they're easier to cut, and it made a perfect square trailer for me. Put some slats on the back for the doors. I'm going to go through and prime this up in gray, just like the cab, and then I'm also going to base them in yellow. Now the yellow that I like to use is this AK War Game Color Praetorian yellow. It's a really kind of vibrant yellow. It works really, really well. I've used it for several of my other MFP builds. It's going to coat it just right. I won't have to worry about getting the airbrush out or anything. But yeah, so I'm going to, once everything is primed, both the trailer and the cab, we'll get them in the yellow, and then we'll see where we're at and go on from there. But yeah, looking pretty good. It's going to be a kind of a basic war rig, but everybody needs a war rig. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so everybody's all based up in yellow. The tractor's looking very cool. I'm really glad that I went this direction. I was, like I said, trying to print some off, and everything else just didn't really work out. But the old cutting mat, yeah, that's some serious, thickness and everything. So I'll have to remember that. I have some older ones that I haven't thrown out, so be using those in the future. The cab and everything is all painted up, ready to go. Got some decals and stuff that I used on my other MFP builds in the past that I'll be using on this one. On the roof of the trailer, I've got some units that I'm going to be putting up there. And of course, this would be dangerous, and OSHA would be all over us if we just put them up there like that. So I have some H-scale chain link fence that, and I didn't even measure this, just kind of works out. That is going to go on the back like that, and then have it go down the sides. I'll have to cut off the other ones to give it more of a secure area, so when they're standing up there, they'll have some safety behind it. Yeah, because the wastelands are always safe. So we'll get that going on. Obviously going to do the blue and red and white stripes coming down the sides and everything, both on the trailer and on the cab. Not liking these exhausts, because actually on those exhausts are a little bit too long, and so they are going to interfere with the turning of the vehicle. So I'm going to cut those off. Got some other exhausts I'm going to stick on there that'll be shorter and easier to maneuver. Got a big gun I'm going to stick on the front. Got some a driver and a co-pilot. I'm going to see if I can get on the inside. Some side rams for the trailer, big old front ram for the front. So yeah, got a lot of stuff going on. Got to get all this stuff painted up in black, get the figures painted, get the trailer and the cab painted with the red, white, and blue. And yeah, so coming along good, but a lot of work yet to be done. So let's get to it. Alright, so I've got the red, white, and blue painted on there. There's some touch-up work that needs to be done. But first off, I want to go through and do some agrax on there, just give it a little bit of weathering, and then I want to get the decals on there. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I want to, obviously take it step by step. So get the decals, well first agrax, decals, probably get the tires on, and then start getting the weapons and the wheels and everything else on there. But yeah, a lot of stuff to do, so let's get it done. Alright, made some really good progress with the decals and the tires and everything, looking very cool. Loving how it's looking all grungy and stuff, definitely making the stripes and everything look more than just stripes, making it look Wastelands. Cab's looking very cool. Use the same tires on everything. It makes it look very, very beefy. I've got a driver and a passenger in there with the really kind of frosted windows. You can't really see them, which is kind of a bummer. Got a cool ram. Weapon will be sticking on the front. The exhaust I changed out. The lights are going to be going on top, and then everything else is going to be going on the cab. So yeah, getting very close to being done. It's looking very, very cool. It's going to be awesome when it's finished. So yeah, let's get everything together, and then we'll see where we're at, see if we need to do any touch-up stuff. But looking killer. Alrighty, and there we have it. One Desert Force vehicle hauler transformed from Hot Wheels to the Wastelands for an MFP War Rig, because everybody needs a War Rig. Really like how all this stuff turned out. Didn't do a whole lot of new stuff. Used a little bit some new items like this woodland scenic chain link fence in the N scale. I think an 8 scale earlier, but it's obviously N scale. It turned out really well as kind of a barrier for the guards up top. It's not like really heavily armed. It is a highway patrol, so they got a lot of other cool stuff going on. Cab turned out very cool. I really wish the individuals inside the cab, you could see them better, but if you get it in the right light, you can see them. So that's something, So yeah, everything turned out very cool. I'm loving it. The scale on this is actually pretty spot on. There's a couple other MFP vehicles, and if you look, that's pretty damn close to what a War Rig would be. So looking very cool. Loving how everything turned out. If you enjoyed this video or you learned something, do me a favor, hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. If you'd really like to show some love, head on over to my Patreon page and get signed up. Every little bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.